Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk about how comparison is the thief of joy. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I scroll or I'll just go through like people's social media feeds or like my explore page, and I'll find myself comparing them to me or me to them, and it's just like it's very counterproductive. And I'm starting to, I think I've always known why, but now I'm really starting to catch myself when I do it. And even comparing myself to past versions of me, like when I was skinnier or when I had more money or when I was doing certain things, it's just like sometimes throughout the day I'll just find myself kind of ruminating and thinking about things of the past versions of myself, past experiences, and really just feeling, I don't know if envious is the right word, but more so like wishing for those times. And then when I scroll and I see what other people are doing or what other people have, sometimes I do feel like I'm not doing enough, or like I should have more, or like I should be further along. And all of this is just comparison. And what I'm starting to realize is that you really don't know what somebody went through to get to where they are. Like, regardless of what they shared, what they haven't shared, regardless if you've seen the process, you've seen them go through your journey or their journey, or not, you really truly do not understand what someone has went through. And I've seen examples of this, like when people post on social media, you go on your explore page and you might see someone who has a nice car, a nice house, nice this, nice that, and it's like you want that. And it's not necessarily even out of envy or jealousy or saying like you want to take their place, but then you just start comparing it. You're just like, man, like I'm still driving this type of car, or I still have a roommate, or I still live with my parents, or I still, X, Y, and Z. And it's like once you start comparing, it really just beats you down in a negative way, and it doesn't really help, and it doesn't do anything for you. And I'm just starting to recognize this, that a lot of people who go through things and a lot of people who experience honestly terrible things in life, they overcome it to the point where they don't let it affect them. They don't let it affect their disposition. They don't let it affect their aura. They don't let it affect, their light. And I really admire that about people. And I'm starting now to switch that comparison into admiration. Like, shout out to this person for doing X, Y, or Z, or going through this process, like, and then sharing it with the world, because it's not easy to share things. Like, the internet is such a weird place. And when people say like, oh, the internet isn't real and this and that, it's just like, that's not true anymore. Like, to say that the internet is not a real place is no longer true, because it's something that we're all connected to. It's something that produces real value. It's something that produces real results. People get paid off of being social media influencers. So to say like, oh, this isn't real, that's not real, it's like, it's a version of something real. It's a version of reality, honestly. And I think more people need to like recognize that, but that's besides the point. What I really wanted to discuss is how comparison is the thief of joy. And yeah, I just remember like I'm following certain YouTubers right now. I've really been into vlogs and like watching older vlogs from people that I enjoy, or like people who I just now discovered. I'll go back and I'll watch their old videos. And it's like, to see where they came from and see where they are now, it's like, wow, like, I watch them and I'm like, man, this version of you had no idea what things you would achieve in the future. And this version of you had no idea what you had to go through or what you're about to go through in order to achieve these things. And even another example too, at this point in my life, I've worked for 4 multimillionaires in different disciplines, ranging from restaurant services to home health agencies to art to just a lot of different things. And I've seen people who are literally top 1%, they're multimillionaires, they have a lot of things going for them. I've seen not even 1% of the things that they've had to go through to get to where they are, or to keep up momentum, or to keep growing. And it's honestly something that not a lot of people would take. So, in my past like manifestations, or like my past, I guess, desires, I used to always want to be, rich. And I'm like, oh, I want to have this and I want to have that and da 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 da. And it was always about like having things. And I felt like having things would be the answer to my issues, and it would demonstrate just how far I've come, and it would demonstrate, that I'm capable, that I'm able, that I deserve to be in certain spaces. And part of me still does think that, but now I'm starting to understand that there is a cost whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. There is certain costs that come with certain things. And it's like everybody's journey is unique to their own. And, you know, I've gotten to really be behind the scenes with the people that I've worked for who are wealthy and who are affluent. And I've gotten to see the things that they go through. They get sued by their best friends, you know, who they've known for 20 years, or they have people embezzling money from their business, or they have to have a lawyer. It's so much pressure. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I'm just saying, like, to wish that you had what other people have means that you also wish to have the struggles that they went through, because if they didn't go through it, they wouldn't be where they are. And that's the same with you too. Like, everything that you have now, when you look at it from a place of gratitude, sometimes you have to think like, wow, the bad things that I went through, or the worst things that I went through, actually led to the best things. And if I hadn't have gone through that heartbreak, if I hadn't have had that car accident, if I hadn't have lost that money, or if I hadn't have, you know, fallen, I wouldn't be up right now. And that's just something that I have to keep telling myself, because I'm not gonna lie, I do sometimes get frustrated, and I think I get caught up. I hate to admit this out loud, I really do, but I want to be honest. Like, I know you shouldn't say certain things out loud, but this is honestly how I'm feeling. I'm just gonna put it out there and get over it. I'm working on it, whatever, okay? But, you know, I do find myself wishing sometimes, like, man, I wish I had that, you know, Mercedes GLE 53, like AMG. I wish I had this, I wish I had that, all this stuff. And then I have to bring myself back to reality. Like, do you really want those things? Like, do you really want that lifestyle, or do you just want the respect that comes with it? Or do you want to just prove to yourself that you're capable, or do you just want to feel independent and feel like you can do things without having to rely on and lean on others? Like, I've really started to get down to like the nitty-gritty of what I actually want. And every day I'm starting to recognize more and more that I really just want like peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, peace of mind. I want to feel safe. I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel like I love myself. Like, genuinely, those are the top things that are on my list of things that I want right now. And it's completely moved from like, I want the Rolex, I want the this, I want the high rise, I want that, to those things, because I'm just starting to recognize like everything comes with a cost. And I also understand too, like, if you have visions, or if you have, you know, a way that you see your life going, it's not for no reason. And I'm starting to understand that too. And I'm just starting to, I don't know, kind of prepare. And I think, going back to the topic of the video, I think that it can really get lost in translation if you don't recognize that, again, everybody has their own journey. And if you don't recognize that sometimes the things that people have, they had to go through a lot to get there. And sometimes it's okay to look at someone and take inspiration or be happy for that person, but you don't necessarily need to wish that you were in their position, or wish that you had what they had, and wish all of this and all of that, because one, it's possible. If you see somebody else doing it, you're 100% capable. But two, you know, you're exactly where you need to be. And that's just something that I have to keep reminding myself daily. You know, we have so many distractions. We have so many like things trying to throw us off. And I hate to say things against us, because there are so many things working for you as well. But this is why it's so important to focus your attention, because what you focus your attention on really grows. And I'm really starting to see that. I'm just like, okay, the more that I focus on what I don't have, the less I have. The more that I focus on and am grateful for the things that I do have, the more that things just like start falling into place and falling out of the sky. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to make this reminder video and end it by saying, you know, you're okay. Like, you're exactly where you need to be. And if you don't feel like that, literally lie to yourself and tell yourself that until you feel like it. And that's what I have to do sometimes. I have to pretend, I have to calm myself down, I have to stop myself from spiraling in the negative direction about what I don't have, or what I haven't accomplished, or what I haven't done. And it's just like, if you keep focusing on the not, then you're not going to be able to focus on the things that you do have and the things that can come. So yeah, you guys, I know that it's hard. I know that it's difficult, but we really got this. And like I said, anything that you see anybody else do, you can do yourself too. And I do believe that. And I do mean that. Like, from the richest billionaire person in the world to the person who has the most loving family and healthiest relationship, and, you know, anytime you catch yourself saying, man, I wish I had that, start turning that into, I can't wait until, you know, I'm able to feel something similar. I can't wait until XYZ. Like, just start turning it into something that you know is already going to happen, because it is. So yeah, I just wanted to say that reminder. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a few videos that I'm going to have coming up right now. I'm editing right now. I'm in the booth. I'm in the editing booth. So no more like, well, I'm not going to say no more, but I'm going to start moving towards different kind of content that's like more engaging and more things that I want to post. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know. Let me know what you think below. Let me know if you feel this, if you've had experience with this. And yeah, I would love to hear. So I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.